Chancellor Brewington, the 6-year senior tight end, finding his way into the end zone.
And former South Dakota State running back and Nebraska football assistant, Mikey Daniel.
Hand off to Daniel inside the 2 to the 1, and he powers his way into the end zone for a South Dakota State touchdown.
This is The Locker Room, brought to you by App Foundation Repair. Here are your hosts, Chancellor Brewington and Mikey Daniel.
Just one day from game day here on 93.7 The Ticket inside the locker room, and we have a special guest today along with Chancellor and Mikey, so I'll send it to you guys to help introduce them and get us ready for this weekend.
Man, come on. It's Friday in the locker room, bro. Jake, my brother, man. Welcome to the locker room, the most sacred space.
Man, I appreciate y'all having me on, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Chancellor, it's Friday. How we feeling, man?
Oh, I'm feeling good. No, I'm feeling great.
Okay.
I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
I'm feeling great, man. We got a big game on Saturday.
Yep.
Me personally, I'm doing fantastic, but I'm ready for the guys to put a statement game together and get some things done.
Yeah. No, it's going to be a big weekend. I'm so excited. That's kind of, speaking of big seasons, that's why I wanted to have Jake in here today. Jake was a standout at South Dakota State with me. We played back in college, and, between him and Dallas Goddard, they was terrorizing the FCS, man. It was unbelievable. Jake, I think he was like our all-time leading receiver at South Dakota State. He had like 3 consecutive seasons with 16 touchdowns apiece. Like, they're going crazy, like video game numbers. Has a little stint with the Vikings. I think I watched you beat the Seahawks with a touchdown late in the game that season. That was crazy, man. And then goes up to the CFL and wins the Rookie of the Year on the east side in the CFL. Followed that up with leading the whole league in touchdowns the next season. So just incredible player, but even better off the field than on, man. So like I said, blessed to have you. In the locker room, it's Friday, so let's get it going with a quote card real quick.
Got to.
Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the sows that you see. But by the seeds that you sow. How you feeling about that? How you feeling about that? What's that make you feel, Jake?
Man, I mean, I think that's the biggest thing right there. I mean, we always want to see the outcome. We always want to, especially I think in sports, they always look at, man, what have you done for me lately?
Yeah.
But that's not how. If you measure your day by that, if you measure a practice, if you measure a game just by the results, you're not really gonna be getting better every day.
Right.
But every day when you just sowing those seeds, that's when you get better, and you worry about the work that you put in and controlling what you can control. That's when you actually get better, and then the things that you reap are going to come from that.
Yeah, amen. What how you feel about that, Chancellor? You like to take a spiritual side a lot of times. What do you think about that?
No, it's 1%. I mean, people talk about that, getting that 1% better, and it's different for everyone. It's different for everyone, but that 1% compounds over time.
Yeah.
And you 1% for a whole year, and in whatever category, whether it's just your general knowledge or your spirituality or, your physical body, whatever it is, working on your mentals, whatever it is, you compound that over a year, 1%. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You're a whole different individual, but
Amen.
you can't be focused on the day and, man, look in the mirror, look at your body, look at all these different things like, man, did I get better today?
Right.
You did, but it might not manifest in the way you want it to in this direct moment, but over time it will definitely show.
Amen. One thing about these quotes, I always try to spin it back to where we're currently at.
Right.
And so for Nebraska, if you look at the season and where they're currently at, what they're reaping today was sowed last year when Rule came in, right? They was planting those seeds last year when he came in and uprooted everything that they were, the process of unbecoming.
Right.
Right. So that they can now become who they're supposed to be today.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, we're looking at going 5-1, right? For the first time since 2016. That's crazy. But those seeds had been planted last year and every day this off season.
Yeah.
Right? And every meal that they ate and every hour of film that they watched. So it's not, I can't look at today and not think about all the seeds that were planted along the way. Right. And so looking forward to tomorrow, I feel really good.
Yeah.
I really do. I don't want to get into my prediction or anything like that. I'll randomly throw it out there. I will, but I'm not going to do that in this moment yet. Nah, I won't do it. I thought of it. No, but Jake, I just want to get a little bit of insight on your perspective of how you attacked each day, because like I said, to produce the way you did, it's video game like, right? So what did you do? What was your mindset to get to where you got to?
I mean, I think kind of even going back to what Chancellor said, it was really just in life. Obviously, it trickles down to football, but every single decision that you make, you're either gonna get better, or you're gonna get worse. You're either gonna get closer to God or farther away.
Ooh.
And I think that's how I approached every single day from the moment I woke up.
Yeah.
Like, what are the first things I'm doing when I get up? Am I gonna just go and just get out the bed, roll out of bed, be tired, or go? Am I gonna first thing I'm gonna start praying?
Yeah.
Am I gonna spend my day, give my first fruits to God? Am I gonna brush my teeth? Am I gonna eat breakfast? Am I gonna get my clothes on, take a shower? Do all these little things right to set up my day for success. And now when I go, it's okay. I've already spent time with the God. I'm already connected to the vine. Now I'm ready when I go and approach someone, or I go to work out. I'm able to be intentional with each moment instead. I just roll out of bed and I'm just like, I'm not really ready for the day. I'm tired or whatever.
Right. Because now when you do that, you operate out of a surplus rather than a deficit.
Yeah.
A lot of people start the day they already lost because they didn't start the correct way. So you rolling out of bed, you snoozing your alarm, you doing this, that, and the third. Now you missed the opportunity to get connected to, like you said, divine.
Yeah.
And so even my wife this morning, she's like, "Oh, I snoozed. I know what time she's supposed to be up." And so it was later than she was supposed to be up. And usually I'm gone. We're playing basketball at 4:30. You know, I'm leaving by 4:30 in the morning. But today I didn't. And so I was there and I was like, "You work late today?" And she's like, "Oh no, I snoozed my alarm." And I didn't even say anything. She goes, I shouldn't have. You know what I mean? Because that's just the standard, right?
Yeah.
The standard is I have to get up and I have to go before him, who is he, so that I can operate out of a surplus rather than a deficit to start my day.
Yeah.
Chancellor, what do you like? Okay. You got some passes in your day as well. What do you like? What's your favorite part about that? What's your favorite part about the process of going up, lining up against somebody and catching the ball, routing somebody up, whatever that looks like? What is it? What's the best part?
That's tough. I would say the best part is just applying what I practice throughout the week, throughout the month, throughout the off season, and seeing it work. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, and we could talk about like releases and stuff, whether I was working on a speed or a jab or whatever it was, like just seeing that manifest onto tape and then being able to like, get, acknowledgement from yourself too and be like, man, that really worked. That really worked. But my game, it evolved when I went to Nebraska to like kind of playing this H-back and fullback position. And when I was doing that type of stuff, the physicality within that, like that was it my whole game changed. And I think that's what really gave me the, it went from routing someone up to hitting someone in their mouth, right? And so it all changed. But within that, I mean, that was everything. And I think that was everything. I loved every part of it. I loved every part of it. Yeah.
Jake, what would you say separated you from the rest? Like, to go out there and do, when you step on a football field, what gave you the edge? What separated you from the person across the field from you?
Man, I think it's two things. I think the first thing is just, man, playing a lot of football. I remember Coach Jackson, one of our coaches, he asked me one time my freshman year, and I look at my freshman year like I was not that good, but I played a lot of football my day. I played a lot of pickup football in the backyard. Like that's just all we did. Me and my brothers, me and my friends, we just played a lot of football. So like, I had good ball skills because I just played a lot of football. And he asked me that. He's like, "Why are your ball skills better than everyone else?" And I was like, "I just have played a lot of football in my day, and I just like to play. I just like to. I was always out playing other sports too, basketball, all that stuff translates. I think that's one reason. I think the next reason I look at like all the best teammates that I've been around, it's the belief they have. And I think I was actually thinking about this morning in prayer too. I think sometimes as athletes too, especially as believers, we can get a little bit twisted and have that confidence in ourselves.
Yeah.
And when you read about like say the 12 spies going to scout out the promised land, and they come back to Moses and they come back with their report, and Joshua and Caleb are like, man, we could. They're giants. They're big, but like God's with us. We could take. They'll actually be like food for us. But the other 10 say like, nah, like we seem like grasshoppers to ourselves.
Yeah.
So we must have seemed like grasshoppers to them.
Yeah.
And then there's a proverb that says the same thing. It's like, man, as a man thinks of himself, so he is.
Yeah, we hit on this one the other day.
And it's just like, man, like how they portray how you carry yourself, how you believe in yourself. That literally is how you are. And I think, like, I look at the best teammates I've been around, like they believe so much in themselves. And I think even the best ones are the ones that have that relationship with the Lord, and they realize like it's not even necessarily me, but it's the God inside.
Yeah.
It's the Holy Spirit inside
Go
of me. So
ahead.
now I got confidence because I know that I got the power of God.
Go ahead.
And he hasn't given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and sound mind. So I can walk in that. I can have confidence in that. So now when I line up across from you, it's like, man, like I know you can't do nothing.
Yeah.
I know you can't guard me.
Yeah.
Not because I'm so amazing, but because God is.
Yeah. That's a word, man. That's a word right there, bro. Me and Chancellor just had the same, literally how divine this moment is. We had the same conversation earlier this week, bro. Like almost spot on.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I know that gave me chills because like
Man,
the divinity of that.
yeah. Yeah. We were, I mean, to touch on what we were talking about, I think it was Genesis 2:7. So we're talking about how God formed man out of the dust of the ground and he breathed in the breath of life. And if you look up that breath word, it means a spirit, right? So in essence, God is an eternal being, is an infinite source. There's no ending to him, right?
Yeah.
So he took a piece of his eternity, his infiniteness, and put it inside of man.
Yeah.
And so if there's anything to be confident about, right, it's that is who you are. You come from a divine source. And that's what and so when people talk about the believing in yourself, that's the part I believe in. That's the part I believe in because I come from him. That's my source, where he's Abba Father. He's our source and sustainer forever, right? And so if there's anything we need to draw from in any moment, and we talk about sports, but the people listening might be in finance, the people listening might be in entertainment, whatever it is. If you need a source to pull from, that's the source, because it's infinite. It's infinite. He has everything for every moment. He's the I am that I am. He's whatever it is, whatever situation he is, right? So yeah, that's what we was talking about.
So Jake, let's talk. We talked about how great your football career was, man, and so blessed to be able to watch you play and just to line up next to you was an incredible experience. But now you moved out of that, right? You hung them up. You know, you just got done. What are you doing now?
Yeah. So so last year I was playing up in Canada. I was in Saskatchewan, and the worst football season of my life.
Okay.
And it's funny too, because I think before that I thought I had some bad seasons, but compared to the last one, they weren't bad. And so last year got hurt early in the year, came back from injury and played a couple games, then got benched, got a pay cut, and didn't play the rest of the season. And now me and my family, I got a wife and 3 kids. Like we're faced with a decision. It's like, man, like what we about to do this offseason. Usually I would substitute teach, but then I needed something a little more stable, and so I ended up getting a job. My mom was telling me about a job with our church as a young adult minister.
Okay.
So I ended up getting that job. My first time working in ministry. Kind of always desired to do that, and so I started working for our church. I was still under contract to go back up to Saskatchewan where I was, but also realized with the season I had, I could very well get released.
Yep.
And but in early January, we went to a conference called Seek. It's through the organization that I now am working with. And while we were there, we saw missionaries that had kids, and they were living out mission as a family. And we're like, oh man, like maybe that's something that we could do. Didn't think too much of it, but it was on our radar because we thought we were going back up to Canada. And then ended up getting released from my team. A couple months go by. Nobody's picking me up. Everybody's like, you were hurt last year. You're getting older. We're going to go with this younger guy. And then all of a sudden, a couple months go by, and I'm talking with one of my former missionaries, and he said, hey, you should just apply, go to interview weekend, and see if that's something that God wants you to do. And while we did that, it was just so evident that that's right where God wanted us. We came back, got the job offer to be a missionary, and took it to prayer, and just had so much peace and confidence in that, and said yes. So basically, retired from playing, and accepted a job to be a missionary. And ended up getting placed here at the University of Nebraska. So basically on campus to minister to students, to invest in them, invite them into Bible studies. And then a lot of what we do is invite students into discipleship. Anybody that wants to go deeper, following Jesus' model of how he just invested it deeply in a few. You look at those 12 apostles, and what did he do? He spent 3 years with them, just showing them how to live, teaching them how to walk. And that's what we're trying to do with students.
Man, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. When we get back from break, man, I just want to circle back and kind of get your viewpoint of what you're seeing from these Nebraska wide receivers right now.
All right, let's go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back with more after this on The Locker Room.
Stop by our 93.7 The Ticket Studios this Saturday, October 5th, to get your pregame grub on with the help from Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Charles and his team will be set up on the sidewalk with ribs, brisket sandwiches, pulled pork, pulled chicken, mac and cheese, baked beans, and potato salad, all available for purchase. Make pregame plans to stop by our 93.7 The Ticket Studio to get filled up on Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul this Saturday, October 5th, before cheering on the Huskers.
Our Nebraska public school teachers make a difference in our communities. I'm Tim Royers, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. I see it every day. Teachers connecting on a personal level with students and parents to support learning and growth. Our kids do better, community pride grows, Nebraska thrives. Our public schools rank in the top 10 nationally year after year. Strong public schools create strong communities.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Starter Heyman Jewelers. My grandpa Don always made sure that our diamonds are the most exceptional you could find in the world. That's why we're introducing our exclusive Heartland Diamond Collection. If you're ready to add some sparkle to your life that you can see from across the room, the Heartland Diamond is for you. Stop in to Starter Heyman to see for yourself. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
Come enjoy a show of the Midwest Best Boxing on Saturday, October 5th with Roughnecks at the Complex, the former location of Champions Fun Center. 8 bouts are scheduled for the night, including the main event of Dwayne Johnson and Jack Lawless Frericks in the professional middleweight championship bout. Doors open at 6 p.m. with first bout at 7 p.m. Learn more about the boxers and buy tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
Tailored Life is your headquarters for all things fall in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, mums, and more. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most of which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Hi, I'm State Senator Bo Ballard. I was born and raised right here in Lancaster County. I understand the value of hard work by being involved in our family business. I built my own company, creating jobs right here in our community. Nebraska families and business owners need lower taxes, more affordable health care, and a great education system. That is why I fought for the largest tax cut in Nebraska history, reduce the cost of healthcare, and help pass the biggest investment in our public schools. I'm Senator Bo Ballard, and I humbly ask for your vote on November 5th, paid for by Ballard for Nebraska.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more.
Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine with a light breeze. An afternoon high around 79. Tonight, mostly clear skies with an overnight low around 58. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and it will be breezy and hot with the high around 95. I'm meteorologist Kyle Cutter for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Chancellor Brewington and Mikey Daniel. Brought to you by App Foundation Repair on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back in the locker room here on 93.7 The Ticket. A few comments to lead off our show. We go to the text line, 402-464-5685. Cigar Guy says, preach it, Chancellor. Love the show. Jeremy says, preach, guys. Mackay Slade's co-worker, Jeremy, as well as comment off of YouTube from Luke Sellers. Says, great stuff, Phil.
Yes, sir. So on the last segment, we were just talking about Jake's story and, all this good stuff. But I want to get in depth with this receiver room for Nebraska. They do a lot of good things, explosive offense, and obviously Dylan Rowley, he's able to do so many things. What's your take on this receiver room? What things have you been seeing from a player's perspective, and what things do they need to do to take that next level?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, just the way I watch receivers is probably a little different because, I've been a player my whole life. It's my first time not. So a lot of times when I'm watching, I'm not necessarily trying to coach them or critique them. I'm more so seeing what can I take away, what can I learn from them. And so I like the room. I like what they do. I like what they bring to the table. They got a lot of different type of receivers that do different things well. And I think they even complement each other well too. I think something they can just continue to grow in is just getting on the same page with Dylan. And I think that just takes time. I played with a lot of different quarterbacks, and sometimes when you're playing with a quarterback for the first time, obviously with a young quarterback, even though he's mature beyond his years, like it takes time to get on the same page. It takes time to learn how he's running, how people are running routes, and the time in there, and how he's throwing those routes, and what he expects, and it just takes time. It takes watching film. It takes messing up. It takes having success to kind of learn that. So I think throughout the year they're just going to keep on getting better, and hopefully by the end of the year they'll just be peaking right at the right time.
So I guess for our fans that maybe have concerns about the lack of consistency in the receiver room, that you're telling them it's okay.
Yeah,
like they got time they have to develop this relationship.
Absolutely. And it's funny too, like I look back and just like at so many different seasons in my life, the seasons that were great, seasons that weren't great, and like what was the common denominator? It's like, man, being on the same page with your quarterback. And sometimes like I think about my first year up in Canada, this is when I really learned about being a receiver. Also in Canada it's 12 on 12 instead of 11 on 11. So there's an extra receiver. So just naturally, that means you might not get a lot of targets each game,
right?
But you might, and it just kind of depends on week by week. And what I had to do my whole rookie year was just build trust with that quarterback and let him know I'm going to be open. I'm going to be right here. And I think that's just what's happening this year, where they're just building trust. They're learning each other, and Dylan's learning. Okay, he's going to be open on this. Is how he runs his routes. This is the timing that I need to have, and that just takes time.
What does having all these different body types? You got Jamal Banks, Nair, 6'4", 220, and then you got guys like Jacory and Big Lloyd, Jalen Lloyd. Shorter, smaller guys. Like, what does that add to the receiver room, but also the stress it puts on a defense? Like, what does that add?
Yeah, I mean, I think first of all, like you just got players that are electric, like you said, and I mean, some of those smaller, quicker guys, like when they get the ball in their hands, they're gonna make plays. It's gonna be scary for the defense. But you got bigger, taller receivers that you could just throw a deep ball to, and they're gonna go up and get it. And so I think just as a defense, it's like I don't really know how to stop them, and especially when you do add in different jet sweeps, end arounds, different things, and it's just like they're always on their heels because it's gonna be tough to stop and match up with.
Yeah. How do you feel about that fly sweep motion? Obviously, you're not going to be a guy that's doing that. Like, Nayer's not going to do it. Banks not going to do it. Your body size, you're not doing it.
Yeah.
But we talked about this the other day. Like, there should always Jacory or Big Lloyd, somebody like that should every play be in motion.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I mean, I think, first of all, just for the running game, I mean, you probably know that as a running back, it gets everybody moving. That's going to help. But also, I think I saw that a lot in my career where you do that. All of a sudden, now a safety shifted over a little bit, and now you get behind them that way. So I think, I think that, especially with the team that we have and the guys that can do that, I think it could definitely be something that you use more.
Explode a run game because backers have to, for the people listening, what he's trying to say, the backers have to adjust to it. Like, because they're going to get out leveraged if it is a jet sweep, right? And sometimes they're thinking, oh, wait, it's going to be a fake. We got to stay inside the box. They give it all these type of things. It opens up so many things. I want to talk about this defense, this 3-3-5. They got so many pieces. Usually, I mean, for the people listening, they might not understand this, but usually you get a scouting report for your opposing defense. With this defense, they play upwards to 20 plus guys a game, right? They're funneling in guys. What does that do for you when you're trying to get a scouting report, see the guys that you're playing, and all of a sudden you see, a list of 23, 22 guys? Like, what does that do?
I mean, I think it's funny because, there's times when you get a scouting report and you think, like, I think especially for the run game as a receiver, it really matters. Like, a lot of times, especially in the CFL, because there's just not as much depth in subs. And, like, all of a sudden you see a new number in there because on the scouting report, you got this number. Okay, I got this outside back or this safety rolling down. He's going to be number 7 or whatever number it is. And that's what you're looking for. All of a sudden, the game comes and it's a new guy. It's like, I don't know who I have.
Right.
And then there you got some guys that are kind of tweeners. They can play both positions. Maybe they could play safety and outside back or whatever, play in the slot. And now it kind of throws you for a loop. So I think you really just got to be locked in and understand who is who in each situation. I think especially in the run game. I think in the passing game, it's like, man, someone's across from me. I know I got to beat them. I don't think it matters as much that way. But, oh, man, I remember in the run game, sometimes I'd be so confused. I'd be running to the line. I'm like, I don't know who I got.
Get somebody, though. Huh?
Yeah, get somebody.
Never leave one.
This is not what the scouting report said. I thought this was going to be number 21.
And that's where understanding the whole scheme of defense and football comes into play.
Yeah.
And so, like, in a running back room, we really focus on that. Like, do I understand who is who out there? Because it changes so much when you're talking about picking up a blitz. Right, like you never had to do that, so you ain't really have to worry about that. I got to know that he's considered a down lineman in this position, right? But sometimes they're considered linebackers. Is the lineman responsible for him, or is the running backs fullback, tight end, who's responsible? So understanding the whole scheme, that's what really slows it down for us in that running back room. And so let's transition to that running back room real quick, because you keep talking about, well, sometimes I didn't know who I have or whatever, like. Do you understand, like, how important is it for a receiver to be blocking for these running backs?
I mean, I think that's huge. I mean, I saw so many times in my career, it's like, man, if I would have had that block, that would have been a touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's so many plays where, it's up front, they get through that first level. But if we could just block the safeties, if we block our DBs, that's when 10, 15-yard runs turn into 50-yard touchdowns.
Yeah. And we're seeing one guy who's doing that every single game. Every single time that he touches the ball, he is like he could take it the distance. Emmett Johnson, right? And so that's one thing that I'm looking forward to tomorrow, and I'm really, 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 really hoping to see some consistency out of that run game and the receivers tomorrow. Like we talked about, this is the truest game to this point to me, and so we need to see them dialed in the running game, and we need to. I want to see a true 50-50 split tomorrow, and I want it to be consistent. I want there to be a rhyme and a reason for what we're doing, not just, hey, let's throw paint against the wall and hope it sticks. You know what I mean? So I guess I don't know if you recognize too, like, this running back picking up this blitz is the reason I was able to take this 70 yards. Do you recognize that? Should receivers recognize that?
Yeah, and I think we don't in the during the game, but I think when you watch it on film, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad they did that. Or, oh man, like I didn't know my quarterback just broke 2 tackles and then threw me a touchdown. I just thought it was a touchdown. Like, I was open, it should come. But man, when you play receiver, like you got to rely on everybody to do their job, the O-line, the running backs, the quarterback, everything. And then you got to still be open.
Chancellor, what do we need to do tomorrow to get this done? Don't want to talk a prediction yet, but
Right.
what needs to happen for us to walk out of here 5-1 tomorrow?
I think it starts with the defense. It's going to be a battle, the front seven for Nebraska's defense. Rutgers, you got Kyle Monongai. He's averaging over 100 yards a game. One thing that Rutgers do is they're very simple in their game plan, very simple in their run game. They're not going to do a bunch of crazy stuff that we do, the end around the jet sweeps. They're going to run inside zone power and a little bit of counter. Like it's going to be very simple, split zone, bluff split zone. They're going to do all that type of stuff. So as far as Nebraska's defense, you shut down this run early and force this quarterback. And you know, Mikey has talked about this quarterback plenty. But if you force him to throw the ball, then it creates a whole dynamic. It creates a discomfort in this offense because they don't want to throw the ball. They want to have everything. They want to run the football. They want to take as much time out the clock. But if you stop that, you force them into an uncomfortable situation. And they do play good special teams. They play sound special teams. They play sound defense. I wouldn't say they're a good defense. They're a sound defense. They're going to send a lot of pressure. They're going to safety blitz, corner blitz, nickel blitz. Mike backer blitz. They're going to do all this stuff. So making sure you protect Dylan. O-line is going to have a tall task. So I'll say it starts with the defense and it ends with the offensive line.
Amen. And you got to see a lot of chips tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
The running backs helping out the O-line, a tight end, maybe chip blocking as well before he releases. I don't like this quarterback, bro. I'm telling you, I don't think he's good.
I don't think one thing I'll say, anytime you see a quarterback carry out his fake full speed every single time, he don't got that swag element to him, like, you know what I'm saying? So no, but if you just look at his mechanics, like, and stuff, like, he gets a lot of balls tipped. He's not, I wouldn't say he's the best passer, doesn't really have arm strength. He can move outside the pocket. You play man, he's gonna scramble, but yeah, I would definitely put pressure on him and try to make him throw the ball.
I feel really good tomorrow if we make him beat us.
Yeah.
I don't want to let it be. I don't want it to come down to the running backs because I don't feel comfortable with that. But they're really solid up front. Their O-line is good, bro. They're a really good O-line. And you probably definitely not watching the O-line whenever you watching the football game. I am because I want to know what they're about. And I think it's going to be a heck of a matchup between our D-line and their O-line. They're going to have to come with it, bro. Like, they're going to have to show me tomorrow, like, hey, we are really about it. We are really death row. So when we come back, man, I really wanted to get into the predictions, the best part of the show.
All right, we'll do that next. Coming up next year on The Locker Room on 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. F Foundation Repair. We fix basements.
Looking for a place to relax and unwind after a busy day? Cigars Lounge at 8th and Q in the Haymarket is the perfect place to enjoy good company, a cocktail, and of course a cigar. Visit Cigars Lounge on Tuesdays for Top Shelf Tuesday and enjoy 50% off select spirits. Cigars Lounge offers Perdomo, San Cristobal, Rock Patel, and more of the top stogie brands that you know and love. But that's not all. If you mention this ad between noon and 5 p.m., you'll receive 15% off your entire tab just by mentioning the ticket. Check out Cigars Lounge today at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
Hi, this is Jay Foreman. Join me, Old School, live from Cornhusker Bank at 83rd and O Street this Friday for their Customer Appreciation Tailgate Party from 4 to 6 p.m. Larry the Cable Guy will join us during the show, and there's free food and refreshments. That is this Friday from 4 to 6 at Cornhusker Bank, 83rd and O Street.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
Tailored Life is your headquarters for all things fall in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, mums, and more. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most of which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right, most recommended Eustace Body Shop.
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Come enjoy a show of the Midwest's best boxing on Saturday, October 5th with Roughnecks at the Complex, the former location of Champions Fun Center. 8 bouts are scheduled for the night, including the main event of Dwayne Johnson and Jack Lawless Frericks in the professional middleweight championship bout. Doors open at 6 p.m. with first bout at 7 p.m. Learn more about the boxers and buy tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Starter Heyman Jewelers. My grandpa Don always made sure that our diamonds are the most exceptional you could find in the world. That's why we're introducing our exclusive Heartland Diamond Collection. If you're ready to add some sparkle to your life that you can see from across the room, the Heartland Diamond is for you. Stop in to Starter Heyman to see for yourself. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Are you looking for affordable drinks and a great atmosphere this football season? Highball Bar has you covered. Whether it's pregame tailgating, postgame festivities, or in-game celebrations, Highball Bar is the place to be. With $4 beers, $4 mixed drinks, and more during their 4 to 8 p.m. daily happy hour, Highball Bar will quickly become your go-to place to sit back, unwind, and be your team's #1 fan. Highball Bar, located in downtown Lincoln, just 3 blocks from Memorial Stadium at 122 North 11th Street.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Chancellor Brewington and Mikey Danielle. Brought to you by Ep Foundation Repair on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final segment of The Locker Room this week. It's time to make some prediction, guys. We'll throw it to you.
Man, let's get into it. We haven't kept a running record of how we're doing with our predictions this year. Chance.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're doing all right.
We're doing all right.
Yeah. There's some couple like ones where it's like,
Some of them some of them it's just straight out the heart. It's not even like
because we won't be watching all these teams, right?
Yeah. It's just we got a connection here, so we always gonna show love. But let's get into it, man. Let's start over here in the bed. We got Michigan State and Oregon tonight at Oregon. 23.5.
I got Oregon. I don't think they're gonna cover though.
You don't like 24 points?
No, I do not. I think it's gonna be a 2-score game. But I think we're gonna see the human side of Oregon.
Okay.
They've been, people been hyping them up a little bit too much in my eyes.
Yeah. Well, that's crazy because they started off and everyone was like, well, what is Oregon all right? Like they're kind of tripping right now, and then they started to blow up again. So what about you, Jake? How you feel about that? Michigan State, Oregon.
I mean, yeah, I think Oregon's probably gonna win, but I don't know if it's gonna be by too much. It might be like 2 scores.
Yeah. I feel that. I like Oregon to kind of go crazy now. I like 17. They'll probably get about 17. That's how I feel about that one. We got Syracuse at UNLV. A lot of weird stuff going on at UNLV right now. Everyone want to leave because they're not getting paid. Or people lying over there. It's crazy. You heard about this?
I haven't heard about that.
No.
So the quarterback this all supposed
and
right?
the running back
and the running back. Yeah. So start off the quarterback was quote unquote promised. We don't have all the details, of course. Was promised $100,000 at some point in his career, right? And so. I guess he only got $3,000 to move out there. I forget where he came from. He came from a smaller school, Holy Cross.
Yeah, something.
I think that's in like Massachusetts or something like that. Someplace out east. So only got $3,000 probably on top of his stipend. Yeah. And so he forfeited his year, got a red shirt, and is no longer the quarterback at UNLV. Then they brought in their backup, and their backup just has been going crazy ever since. And then their running back left as well. So they lost a few pieces, but the guys are rallying at UNLV. I got UNLV.
Oh.
I think it's a 3-score game. 3-point game though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Syracuse, UNLV.
I don't even know. I haven't seen either team, but I mean, just from what I'm hearing right now with the new quarterback, I probably got UNLV.
Oh, y'all tripping. I like Syracuse. Here we go, Orange, baby. Jeff Nixon's the homie, man. The OC over there is getting it done. Him and Kyle McCord, man. I like Syracuse all night long. Let's move a little bit. So you was just talking about this one, Chancellor. SMU Louisville.
Yeah. So Louisville, they just lost to Notre Dame in a tight game. Tyler Shuck had a good game. Quarterback had a good game. Notre Dame they've been turning up a notch since that Northern Illinois loss. And then SMU, they're an interesting team. Just moved into the ACC. And they've been balling. They've been balling. And I don't know. I just think it's going to be a close game. I think Louisville gets it done. But I don't know. I think it's going to go down to the wire, though. It's going to go down to the wire.
Okay. What you like, Jake?
I mean, I've seen some of SMU scores, and I was a little shocked at how good they're doing. But I think I still got Louisville.
Yeah, I feel that. I think I like Louisville, too, but definitely not by no 6.5. Here's a big one. Iowa at Ohio State. Woo! Ohio State minus 18.5.
I don't know, Gango. I don't know.
18.5 is crazy.
Iowa's defense is good. I mean, they're playing sound defense this year.
3-1 for 4-0.
Shoot. I'll go Ohio State. I don't think they cover. I think it's a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Maybe around the 14 to 13 mark.
Okay.
How's Iowa's quarterback been doing?
You never know which one you're gonna get.
Yeah, because I know week 1, right? He went crazy.
Yeah, think so. First week they balled out.
I still got Ohio State for sure, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe
I like Ohio State. I'll never say Iowa ever. We're in Nebraska, so you can. So I think they probably do. I think 14 plus.
I want to see them expose some things. So when we go up play Ohio State, we see some loopholes. For sure.
Amen. I like that. Okay, Indiana at Northwestern. They got Indiana minus 14, bro.
Disagree.
This could go one or two ways. It's either gonna be a close game or a complete blowout by Indiana. I don't know. I think Northwestern can rally. I think they can rally and get some things done against Indiana. I got Indiana getting it done, but I got a 1-score game. Okay. I don't think they cover.
I got faith in my dog Lujan.
Yeah, amen. And C9.
Yeah. So I got Northwestern.
Yeah. It's at the crib too, man. I still like Indiana. Don't get it twisted, but I like it to be close though. I do. Actually, you know what? No, I switched it up. I got Lujan, my former running back coach. Now they're OC. I like Northwestern to go ahead and handle business at home. I don't think Indiana's that good. They're 5-0. I understand, but I don't believe in them yet. So they're gonna have to continue to make me a believer. We got Michigan at Washington, going out to Seattle. Minus 1.5 Washington.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
Minus 1.5 Washington.
Wait, that don't even make no sense. That don't make no sense.
I don't think they're gonna be able to stop the run.
These people know something we don't.
Hold on. Okay. I'm confused. Y'all could go ahead. I gotta take them into the process.
I got Michigan. I don't think they're gonna be running. They're gonna be running all over them. I think.
I'm from Seattle, man. That's the home. That's the crib. Got my family out there. I got UW, bro. I don't like Michigan. He's throwing for 30 yards in the game. I'm not going for that.
It don't matter. They be running for 200.
Yeah, I'm not sold. I like Washington to go ahead and expose them tonight or tomorrow.
I'll go. Let's say, hey, Washington get it done. I'm just gonna go. Washington get it done. Washington get it done.
Like what? 3?
Yeah, last score game. Washington missed the field goal to win against Rutgers or to tie it against Rutgers. You're gonna redeem it. We're gonna redeem on Saturday.
Last one before we get into Nebraska. USC at Minnesota. They got USC favored 8.5.
I don't know. This Minnesota team got a little spark to them. I think USC gets it done, but I think Minnesota gives them a run for their money.
Yeah, it's tough for me. I mean, I'm from Minnesota, so I gotta go with Minnesota. That's just a little bit in the heart. I don't know, but Minnesota found a way.
Okay,
they found a way.
Okay, I would love to see that, bro. I really would, because we got to go to USC here shortly. It's gonna be here coming around the corner. I would love to see that too, actually. But I got USC. They're not. I don't think they cover 8.5 though. I don't think they cover 8.5. But I like them to win. All right, let's get into it, man. We got Rutgers coming to town tomorrow. They're undefeated. Everyone keeps talking about this running back. I've been talking mad noise to our running backs, telling them that this cat's so much better than them just to fuel their fire. I know he's not, but that's just the game I'm gonna play. What do you feel, Chancellor?
Okay, so can I just let it loose?
Let it loose. That's the point.
38.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. 38-13, Nebraska.
Oh yeah. I'm right with that. Yeah.
Yo.
We stopped the run early. We stopped the run first half. We stopped the run.
Okay.
They go in panic mode. It's over with.
He said 38.
That's crazy.
13.
I was actually thinking that same number, 38. I think it's gonna be like 38, like 24.
Oh, we go. That's a high score in the game. These are both 2 good defense. Okay.
Yeah.
Either way, I like it. I like it. I have 24-10.
Okay.
I like 24-10.
That sounds like a Big Ten game right there.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what we're gonna see. It's gonna be a battle, man. It's gonna be punching in the mouth right back, right? Everyone's got to play until they get punched in the mouth. Mike Tyson. So I think our plan is a little bit better than theirs. And I think that, like I said, if Cadillac Madison has to beat us, that's their quarterback, it's over with. So I like 24-10, and I like the running backs, as always, to have a dominant day.
Strike up the band.
Amen.
All right, there we go. You heard it, the prediction from the guys in the locker room. That'll wrap it up for the week in the locker room. We'll be back next week, hopefully celebrating a victory on the block coming up next year on 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you looking for affordable drinks and a great atmosphere this football season? Highball Bar has you covered. Whether it's pregame tailgating, postgame festivities, or in-game celebrations, Highball Bar is the place to be. With $4 beers, $4 mixed drinks, and more during their 4 to 8 p.m. daily happy hour, Highball Bar will quickly become your go-to place to sit back, unwind, and be your team's #1 fan. Highball Bar, located in downtown Lincoln, just 3 blocks from Memorial Stadium at 122 North 11th Street.
Nebraska's public schools are key in developing the workforce and fostering community development. They prepare students for successful careers in every Nebraska industry and to serve as our future community and business leaders. Our public schools educate 90% of students in Nebraska. They connect students with the businesses and civic organizations that make our communities thrive. Strong public schools create strong communities.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bosson. Education is a cornerstone for strong, vibrant communities. I voted for the largest investment in education in Nebraska history. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Nebraska is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local family business owners and understand the valuable role of education in growing our community. This is Carolyn Bosson, and I will continue to support education in the legislature. Vote Carolyn Bosson on November 5th. Paid for by Bosson for Legislature.